Good morning, and welcome back to Help Your Damn Self podcast. It is 7:41 a.m. in Greer, South Carolina, and I am up early this morning getting this podcast out and delivered to you guys because I promised it yesterday, but we're not going to talk about yesterday. We're going to talk about today. So I am recording today to get back with you guys and give you the content that I promised. And you guys will get a free book from me after listening to this podcast. This is limited to 10 people only. So 10 lucky people will be able to get a free book from me that I have published. It is my creating Indeed account and landing the job that you want. That's the book that I'm giving away for free. And you will receive that book by going to my website, filling out a Google form. And then once you fill out the Google form, I will get your information and I will ship the book directly to you for free. Shipping and everything is included. You don't have to pay for anything. So if you want a copy of that free book, don't forget to go to my website, and there's a section called freebies on there, and I will have the link, the Google form there for you to fill out for you to get the free book. So stay tuned for that because I will not put that on my website until this episode is published. So once this episode is published, be on the lookout for that free book link on my website. And also, don't forget about the free printable that's already on my website from the last episode about job interviews, do's and don'ts. The free printable is a checklist and a cheat sheet. It's a fun little way of making sure you're fully prepared for your interview, or whoever you may give that printable to is to help them get ready and be prepared for their next job interview. Also, don't forget to check out my other products on Amazon. Just type my name, Lacey C. Riley, and you will see everything that I have published. I also have a YouTube channel that I'm putting together. Right now is mainly based on credit and a few other things. I don't have many videos on there, but I will be uploading more videos very often. And that's about it as far as what I need you guys to remember and to look for. So let's get into this episode. Again, the topic is why no one takes you seriously. Now, let's get right to it, y'all. Why no one takes you seriously. So here are my reasons, or some reasons, why people don't take you seriously in the professional world. The first reason could be your initial appearance. And what I mean by that is how you may look, how your hair looks, how your face looks, how you dress, your shoes. I mean, if you look tired and worn out, if you look depressed, your initial appearance matters. And that, when a person first sees you, that's their first moment to judge and start to build a profile about you in their mind. So the first way that they see you appear, that's what's going to be stuck in their head after they meet you. Like, well, she had purple hair. Like, you don't want to be remembered for just the lady with purple hair. Or his pants was sagging to his knees and I saw his underwear and his legs. Like, you don't want to be that person that somebody say, oh, what happened to that guy you interviewed? Oh, the guy that had his pants all the way down to his knees and you can see his legs. Like, you don't want to be that person. You do not want to be that person, because I hear these supervisors talk about these people and you don't want to be that person. Like, they pass the message around too. So your initial appearance can be a reason why no one takes you seriously. Another reason why no one may take you seriously is the way you talk. The way you talk. Yes, the way you talk. And I know you guys hear me on this podcast. I use slang. I speak freely. I say what I want to say. But at the same time, I can almost guarantee that I'm going to get my point across with what I'm saying. And I don't have to say it using slang. I don't have to say it using curse words. All of those are by choice. But believe me, I know how to turn certain things on and off when I talk to people. And that is really important when you're communicating with professionals. So you have to know how to talk in each environment. And you shouldn't always talk the same in every environment. No, it's not being fake. No, you're not acting white or talking white, because that's what a lot of people say. And I hate when people say that there's no such thing as talking a color. If you're talking proper, why does that have to be white? But if you use proper grammar, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay for you to use proper grammar and proper English in a professional environment. You're not going to look corny or lame. And why does it even matter anyway what anybody thinks about how you're presenting yourself when you're trying to get yourself together? Another reason no one may take you seriously is because of your body language. Your body language speaks for you. You don't even have to say anything. Your body language says it all. So if you're standing there with your arms crossed, you're leaning side to side, you're tapping your foot, you look like you're tired, you're yawning. You know what I'm saying? That body language tells somebody that you're disinterested, you're tired, and you don't want to be where you are right now. And that's not a good way to look in a professional environment. I mean, okay, if you're slouching at home while you're watching TV and you're yawning and stretching, and okay, who cares? That environment is your own personal environment where you can be free to do as you please. But when you choose to use the same body language that you use at home in a professional environment, it's a bad look, and no one's going to take you seriously. They're going to look right over you and look to the next person that's full of enthusiasm. I promise. It always happens. Another reason why no one takes you seriously is you don't know as much as you thought. And let me explain. Like, a person that constantly tries to give everybody advice, has the answer to everything, and doesn't listen to anything is that type of person. Like, no one likes that kind of person. And no one's going to take that kind of person seriously, because you're a know-it-all with no facts. And how beneficial is that? It's not beneficial at all. Another reason no one may take you seriously is because you don't take yourself seriously. Because you don't take yourself seriously. I had to say that again. If you don't take care of yourself, if you don't put forth the effort in bettering yourself, you don't invest in yourself, it shows. It shows on the exterior. Like, it really shows everyone, not just you, it shows everyone how seriously you take yourself. And that will ultimately make other people not take you seriously either. You have to invest in yourself and bettering yourself. You have to better the things in your life that you don't like. If you don't like the way your skin look, correct it. If you don't like your hair, fix it. If you don't like where you live, work on getting a better place. Because, and I'm telling you guys all of this is because these are the things that I tell myself. These are the things that help me better myself in the real world. Because I have these talks with myself, especially why no one takes me seriously. Like, I've had a talk with myself about this, and I've done some things on this list that I'm discussing with you guys to change things about myself so people would take me seriously, so that I would be qualified for higher positions with higher pay, things like that. Like, that's what's the most important on my list right there when I'm talking about the professional environment. Like, you have to be on your game out here in this professional world. Because if you're not, you're going to stay in these low-end, low-paid jobs, these cheap apartments, these, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking from experience. So believe me, you're going to stay where you are if you keep doing what you're doing and keep doing what you're used to doing. So let's get back to it, guys. Another reason why no one takes you seriously is because you're always late. You're never on time and you're full of excuses. That doesn't look good to anybody. And you would not like it if someone was like doing that to you. Like if you set appointments, you know that you're available at that time and this person is just late and is putting you behind from other projects, like you wouldn't like that either. Being late in a professional environment, even if it's your first time, is a terrible look. Because on your end, you need to do whatever it takes to not be late. You need to make that priority. It's no excuses. There's no need to even come up with excuses when you're fully prepared. So your preparedness is what ultimately gets people to take you seriously. Because you obviously value your time and other people's time. Another reason why people may not take you serious is because you don't keep your word. If you constantly make promises that you can't keep, if you constantly tell lies, no one's going to take you seriously. People catch on to that quick. It's not like you can do that about 10, 15, 20 times and then they'll say, I can't take that person seriously. No. It's almost immediate. If you always got excuses, you lack loyalty and trust, and you're not reliable, what's the point of even being in contact with you? What's the point of even having you among the network if you're not even reliable? So you need to think about that and really work on it, because that can be a reason why you feel that no one takes you seriously. Again, another reason is you lack loyalty and you can't be trusted. That's something that you can almost instantly realize about a person. And another reason why no one takes you seriously is because you don't speak up. You're a yes man. You just say yes to everything and you're quiet and you don't have any ideas. You don't have a voice. You have to stand up for what you believe in. Sometimes you're going to be tested. And if you fail, then you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. But you have to speak up. Another reason why no one takes you serious is because you don't have any manners. You don't say, excuse me. You don't stand until you're asked to be seated, things like that. You don't, say thank you. You don't show gratitude. Like, no one's going to take you seriously if you're like that. People are not going to want to do anything for you if you're like that. And next, I want to talk about reasons no one take you seriously in life in general. Again, with the appearance, like I said at the beginning, you are treated by the way you dress. If you dress like a slut, don't be surprised when you're treated as such. You lack loyalty. You don't keep your word. You tell lies. You play and joke too much. You gossip and tell everybody's business but your own. No one likes to gossip. And if you're coming to someone else gossiping, then what's going to make them think that you're not going to gossip to someone else about their business? I definitely don't take people seriously that gossip constantly, because it's like you're more willing to talk shit about the next person rather than offering solutions or some type of help. And I found myself doing that on this one particular person because it bothers me. Their actions bother me that bad. But I realized that me talking shit about them is not helping them. it's not helping them be better. It's not helping them to progress or to want to make a change. Like, honestly, they don't even know I'm talking about them. But in the inside, I feel horrible because of what I say about them, and I'm not offering them any help. Like, I can see if I was helping them and then they just didn't want the help and they still just chose to be that way, then that's a different story. But, I mean, don't gossip about people and not offer them some type of solution or some type of help. And if you don't know how to help them, then keep them out of your mouth. Just let them live their life. The people you hang around can cause people to not take you seriously in life. And no, everyone is not like everyone that they hang with. But if you're hanging with a crowd that's known to bully people or known to gossip about people or known to steal or just anything. Like, I know stealing was kind of like out there, but that's a perfect example. I mean, if you hanging with a group of thieves, then you're going to look like a thief. If you hanging with a group of gang members, then you're going to be looked at as a gang member. So, I mean, the people that you hang around says a lot about you without y'all even saying anything. How you present yourself in person and online can affect how seriously someone takes you. And that can go so many different ways. I mean, like I said, I went through an entire list of things that could cause people to not take you seriously. So I'm sure you have an understanding by now what I mean by how you present yourself in person and online. Because, again, it's the appearance, it's the way you talk, it's the body language, it's all of that in one. All of that, how you present yourself will show people how they should treat you or how you prefer to be treated. If you deserve respect, then you're going to be respectful. If you want to be disrespected, then you're going to be, your appearance and body language is going to ask for that. It's going to beg for that. And no, I'm not saying it's okay to disrespect anybody. You know what I'm saying? But some people got to bump their head to get it. Like, damn, if I keep doing this same shit and keep getting the same result, then I got to change something. Another reason why no one may take you seriously in life in general is because you're indecisive. You can't make up your mind. You're all over the place. You don't know what you want to do. You constantly have to ask for validation and approval. You constantly have to ask for anything. Like, you just need someone to guide you through life. Like, you can't just figure it out on your own. So no one's going to take someone like that seriously. They'll go to someone else and ask them before they come and ask you. That's how it is. If you lack confidence, it shows on the outside, not just on the inside. It shows on the outside when you lack confidence. I mean, I just had a conversation just recently with one of my coworkers about one of our managers. And when one of our managers was giving us direction, the forklift driver was like, yeah, you can hear it in his voice that he wasn't confident in what he was saying. And that was because he didn't know what he was doing. Like, he didn't know the process of what was going on when he tried to explain it. So he didn't sound confident. But someone that's not even on your level can see your confidence level through how you present yourself. So if you're not confident, sometimes people won't take you seriously because now that forklift driver looks at that manager a little less than he did at first. At first, he looked at him like, oh, I'm scared when he come around type. But now it's like, oh, forget him. He ain't about nothing. He don't know what he talking about. So you kind of lose credibility because of you showing that you lack confidence in what you're saying or you lack confidence in what you're doing. So that will cause people to not take you seriously as well. Just based off that example, I mean, that'll tell you right there that it's easy to be not taken seriously. by anyone because of the things that you do. If you make excuses all the time, no one's going to take you seriously, because they're going to come to you and be like, can you do this? And you like, oh, well, I got to do this and I got to do this and I can't do that because of this and this is in the way. They're going to go to the next best person that's not going to have any excuses. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. They're going to remember that you make all of these excuses and make sure that they don't come and ask you anymore. So you're losing out on opportunities because of all of these excuses that you make. No one is going to take you seriously. And last but not least, if you don't practice what you preach, you sitting up here giving everybody all this doggone free game, everybody all this advice, and you're not doing it yourself, how can you expect anyone to take you seriously? And again, these things that I say are from experience, because this is how I feel when it comes to me. Like, the stuff that I'm speaking in these episodes on this podcast, like, I have to put forth the effort to make those changes within myself too. I can't just sit here and tell y'all to do it, but I'm sitting over here still slack and still lazy and still being ratchet with my pink and purple hair. Like, I can't tell y'all not to do something when I can't even do it. So believe me when I tell you guys, like, everything that I discuss in these podcasts, I'm working on it too in my own personal life. And I'm sharing this information with you guys because I realized through experience how important some of this stuff is that I talk about. Well, a lot of the stuff that I talk about is important. And I had to bump my head. I'm 33 years old and I'm not where I want to be at my age, but I'm getting there. And it doesn't matter if I'm not on anybody else's level. I'm on my own level and I'm progressing my way and in my time. And that's how all of y'all should feel. But believe me, I'm working on everything that I speak about in this podcast on Help Your Damn Self. But I'm going to end it right there, guys. I really appreciate everybody for listening. I appreciate all the downloads. I appreciate all of the messages, the emails. I appreciate all of that, guys. You just don't know, because you guys are the ones that keep me going. And I've said this before, but it's like, as soon as I start slacking on my podcast, I start getting messages from people about, hey, I heard such and such on one of your episodes and I really liked it. And it's like, oh man, I know I got to get back on there and put more content on there, man. I know I need to, but I'm back, y'all, and I'm not going nowhere. I am looking to be guest on other people's shows, and I'm also still looking for guests and hosts to be on my show. So if you're interested, email me, Facebook message me, DM me on Instagram. You can find me anywhere, either through Help Your Damn Self or my name, Lacey C. Riley. And again, I'm going to mention, don't forget to go to my website to put your information in the form to get a free book. This is limited to 10 people, only 10 people, because I'm paying for this book out of pocket. So if you guys want a free copy of my book, please go to my website to the freebie section, click the link, or fill out the form that's going to be available on there after I upload this podcast episode, and then get access to that free book. You can use it, give it to a friend, give it to your kid, I want to give you guys something. I want to give back. And that's what I'm doing. So 10 slots available for my free book. You can either get the ebook or the paperback. I have a free job interview checklist printable for free on my website right now. I have journals, planners, recipe books, sketchbooks for kids. I have diabetes trackers, you name it. If you go on Amazon, just type my name in and you will find me. And also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Help Your Damn Self. That's all it is. That's all it'll ever be. So subscribe and show the love. But you guys have a great day, and thank you again for being part of Help Your Damn Self podcast.